Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Yoga with Sally. This morning we have my mum Jenny joining us.
Morning.
This morning is a beginner yoga class, and the focus is on movement with breath. So it's going to be a really nice, easy, relaxed class, and focusing on movement with breath. If we coordinate our movement with our breath, it helps to connect our body and our mind and ground us. So I think we all need a little bit of that at the moment. So yesterday evening we lost connection a couple of times, so I'm really hoping that's not going to happen this morning. Fingers crossed. Okay, right, so nobody's watching at the moment as far as I can see, but we will get started. People can join in when they want to. Okay.
I have a problem.
Gypsy's also joining in. We also have our little yoga assistant here with us this morning. This is Gypsy. She does a very good down dog. So we're going to start off by coming to sit on our mat in a comfortable position. If you want to, like my mum here, you can sit on a cushion. Just make sure that you're comfortable. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit with your legs out in front of you. We do want to try and sit with a straight back. And we're going to start by just closing our eyes and focusing on our breath. So at this stage, just observe your breath. Don't try to change your breath. Just observe your natural breath. And also just notice your state of mind, how you're feeling this morning. But do so in a non-judgmental way. Just notice and accept how you're feeling. Okay, now we're going to chant Om 6 times. We would normally chant in my classes an opening mantra, but because people don't have the words at home, we're just going to chant Om 6 times, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So breathing in through your nose. now we're going to practice pranayama, breathing practice. So remaining with your eyes closed, sitting with your back straight, your chest forward, your shoulders back. Breathe slowly and deeply, as slowly and as deeply as you can. Using your abdomen and your chest. So as you inhale, you push your belly, your abdomen out. As your diaphragm contracts and pushes your abdominal organs down and out. Let your chest expand to the maximum. And then slowly exhale, engaging your stomach muscles, drawing your abdomen in, your belly button towards your spine. Let your chest contract. Really exaggerate the movement of your abdomen. Really push it right out when you inhale. Draw it as far in as you can as you exhale. Try to see if you can count in your head to 6 as you inhale, to 6 as you exhale. If you find that easy, maybe you can try to count to 8. Try to really extend your breath. And now add a breath hold in between your inhalation and your exhalation. So see if you can inhale, count to 6, hold your breath, retain your breath and count to 12. Exhale and count to 6 and repeat. returning to normal breathing, your natural breath. Just noticing your breath. Okay, and now we're going to practice one breath hold. So take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. And on your next inhalation, take a deep breath, fill your lungs and hold. Keep your body and your mind relaxed. When you feel your diaphragm starting to twitch, when you need to release the air, then try to do so in a controlled way. And then return to your natural breath again. Again, just noticing your state of mind, how you're feeling. Another animal has entered the room. So now we have a cat and dog. And this cat, I can tell you, is very annoying. So we'll see how she gets on. We might have to put her out. This is Caffrey. Okay then, so we're going to come up to a standing position to do an all over stretch. And just coming in a little bit closer to see who's watching, because I can't see after the video has finished who watched. So, hello everybody. Okay, so let's all stand in Tadasana in mountain pose. So standing with your feet about hip distance apart, parallel with each other, engaging your thigh muscles, pelvis in neutral, shoulders back, chest forward. Just let your arms hang down by your side. We're going to start off just by stretching our neck. So first of all, we're going to exhale and look down to the floor. Try to tuck your chin in as close as you can towards your chest. And then we're going to inhale, bring our head right back to look up towards the ceiling, backwards if you can. And exhale, look down at the floor, down at the cat in my case. Inhale to look up at the ceiling. Okay, bringing your head back to a neutral position, looking forwards. We're going to turn our head from side to side. So try to do it again with your breath. Okay, this is a movement with breath class. So inhale and exhale. Turn your head to the right, trying to keep your body facing forwards. Inhale back to the front and exhale to the left. Inhale back to the front again, and exhale to the right. Inhale front, exhale left. While we're doing this, just notice any areas of stiffness in your neck. Notice if you have asymmetry in your body that is stiffer in one direction than it is in the other. Okay, back to the front, neutral position. Next, we're going to tilt our head from side to side. So we're going to try to bring our ear down to our shoulder, but we're going to try to keep our shoulder down. Don't bring your shoulder up to meet your ear. Okay, so again, with the breath, inhale and exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale to the center, exhale to the left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center once more to each side, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale, back to the center. Okay, now we're going to make a few head rolls. Okay, full rotation. We want to do this slowly in a controlled way. We're going to do about, let's say, 2 times in each direction. So we're going to start off by looking down to the floor. We're going to rotate our head around by bringing our right ear towards our right shoulder, bringing our head back to look up at the ceiling. Left ear to left shoulder and back down to the floor. Now we're going to go back in the opposite direction, so we're going to roll around to our left, all the way around, until we're looking back at the floor. Now in your own time, at your own pace, do once more in each direction. Okay, good. Right, now I think me and my mum are going to have to stagger ourselves a little bit. Mum, you can go forward a little bit, I'll go back, because we're going to do arm rotations, and otherwise we're going to hit each other. And I'm shorter, so I can go back under our low ceiling a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to make arm rotations, reaching out as much as we can in each direction. So as we come forward, really, really reaching forward. As we come up, really reaching up. And then we're bringing our arms down, sweeping them past our side. And then again, try to coordinate your movement with your breath. So inhale as you're coming up. Exhale as you're coming down. Okay, I'm back the other way. So now we're going to rotate forwards again, trying to coordinate movement with breath. Inhale up. Exhale, reaching right forward as we come down. Okay, and just give your shoulders like a little bit of a shake out. A couple of windmills. Swinging your arms around. Good. Next, we're going to do some more shoulder rotations. We're going to bring our fingertips onto our shoulders. And we're going to draw circles with our elbows, trying to make those circles as big as possible. So try to touch your elbows in the center if you can. Again, try to coordinate that movement with your breath. So as you're coming down, we're exhaling. As we're coming up, we're inhaling. And back the other way. Again, still trying to touch your elbows in the center. Good. And release your hands down. Give your arms a bit of a shake out. Swing around a couple of times. Gypsy is resting with her face in between Mum's feet.
Oh, sorry, Jim.
Okay, next we're going to flex our wrists and stretch our hands. So first of all, we're going to place our arms out in front of us at about shoulder level, and we're going to make a fist as tight as we can, and then we're going to open our hands as wide, our fingers as wide as we can. Make a fist, open, make a fist, open. Keep going at your own pace, trying to make that fist as tight as you can, trying to open your fingers as much as you can. Okay, now hands out in front, palms facing down towards the floor. To start off with, we're going to flex our wrists up and down. Okay, making a fist. We're going to try to rotate both of our fists in the same direction. You have to concentrate on this. Your brain doesn't want to do it. It wants to mirror your hands. You have to really concentrate. And back the other way.
Harder this way.
Yeah, it normally is harder one way than the other. I find it hard in both ways. Okay, and now mirror them like your body don't want to do. That's nice and easy. And back the other way. Give them a shake out. And shake your arms out. Now we're coming into swaying palm tree pose, which is going to stretch our shoulders and our side body. We have a rather low ceiling here. We're just going to step forward a little bit. So you're not going to be able to see the tops of our arms, but that's okay. What I'm going to do, though, if I just come close to the camera and show you, I'm going to interlock my fingers like this, and I'm going to push my palms up towards the ceiling. So as I do that, I'm pushing my palms up towards the ceiling with my fingers interlocked. I'm going to try to bring my arms straight, try to bring my arms so that they touch my ears. Again, movement with breath. Remember, we're going to inhale and then exhale, lean to the right. Hold, so it's a lateral bend. We're leaning to the side, not forward. Try to keep your arms straight. Try to keep them touching your ears. Inhale, straight. Exhale, left. Inhale, straight. And exhale, right. Inhale straight, exhale left. And inhale straight, reach right up, reach up as high as you can, and exhale your arms down. Good, again, just give your arms a swing, a bit of a shake, loosen off. Okay, now hip rotations. Coming to stand with your feet slightly further apart. If you have a mat, stand with them about the width of your mat toes, slightly pointing out. Hands on your hips. And we're going to do some nice sexy hip rotations. Trying to make big circles. And back the other way. Ooh, that was my hip cracking. Okay, brilliant. Now coming to stand again with your feet about hip distance apart. We're going to lean forward, place our hands over our knees, and we're going to do knee rotation. So I'm just going to stand facing the side so you can see what my knees are doing. I've got a dog and a cat fighting at my feet. Okay, Gypsy, just out the way, just a minute, my darling. Gypsy. Okay, good. We're going to rotate our knees. So we're going to bend our knees, bring our knees in line with our toes, and then straighten up, bring our legs straight.
I'm being licked. What a game.
Gypsy, Gypsy, come on, and back the other way. This is fun, isn't it, Gypsy? Hey? Okay, and standing up straight again. Now we're going to exercise our feet, strengthen our feet muscles, give them a stretch. We're going to come up and stand on our tiptoes. You are a little bit in the way, my darling. There we go. She's not going to listen to me. Okay, up into your tiptoes. Come up as high as you can. Really try to draw yourself up tall. And exhale, come back down again. Lift your toes up, leaving the rest of your feet on the floor. Inhale, come up. Hold. And exhale down. Lift up your toes. Once more, inhale. Hold. You can continue breathing while you hold. Don't need to hold your breath. Try to hold it steady. Well done, Mum. And exhale down. It's the pressure of being on live TV.
I should try harder.
Okay, right, next, ankle rotations. So we're going to stand on our left foot, so make sure your left foot is facing forwards. Spread the toes on your feet. And then bring your right foot just out in front of you, and we're going to imagine that we're drawing circles with our big toe. Try to make those circles as big as possible. And back the other way. Very good, Mum. Sorry, I went to slow concentration. Okay, now we're going to stand on our right foot. Bring our left foot out just slightly in front of us. And rotate. and back the other way. Good, and place your feet back down. Okay, now if we're going to do a forward fold and we're going to walk our feet back into downwards facing dog. So if you have a mat, come to stand at the top of your mat. If you don't have a mat, no problem. Just make sure that you've got enough space behind you. It's the length of your body so that you can walk your feet back into downwards facing dog. I'm going to move my dog off of my mat before we do this. I can't guarantee that she's going to stay off.
We could shut them out, but then it's not so much.
No. She'll only scratch at the door then. Okay, so standing at the top of your mat or with space behind you in Tadasana mountain pose with your feet about hip distance apart, standing with purpose. We're going to inhale and reach our arms up, slight back bend, and then we're going to fold forwards, reaching forwards, looking forwards, bending your knees if you need to. I have a dog humping my arm. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Remember that we want to have a flat back. Gypsy, no. We want to have a flat back, so and reach our fingertips down to the floor. So if you need to, you might need to bend your knees a little bit to do that. That's fine. We want to try to bring our abdomen, our tummy down towards our thighs. Just let your head hang, your neck relax. With your fingertips, push them forwards and down into the mat. And this allows you to push yourself a little bit further into the fold. Okay, next we're going to walk our feet back into downwards facing dog. So remember that downwards facing dog is that upwards facing V position where our bottom is up in the air. Our heels are coming down towards the floor. Gypsy's licking my mum's face. I'm just going to come in front of the camera here and just show you that position. So we should be in that upwards facing V position. Our heels should come down towards the mat. We want to put our head down between our arms so we're looking up towards our belly button. Good, down dog, mum. See, this is Gypsy's area of expertise, but she's not doing it at the moment. She's very good at down dog. Okay, and good. Now we're going to bring our knees down to the mat and we're going to come into tabletop position. I'm just going to turn to face to the side so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to practice an exercise called cat-cow. So again, this is really good for practicing movement with breath. In tabletop position, remember we should have our hands directly underneath our shoulders, so about shoulder distance apart. Our knees directly underneath our hips, so about hip distance apart. And spread the fingers on your hands so you've got a nice stable base. If you do have any problems with your wrists and you feel like there's too much pressure on your wrist in this position, you can move your hands a little bit further forward and that just takes direct pressure off of the wrist. We're going to inhale, and then as we exhale we're going to round our back up towards the ceiling and tuck our head to look underneath at our belly button. This is called the cat stretch. We're going to now inhale, and as we inhale we're going to look up towards the ceiling, dip our belly down and bring our hips up towards the ceiling. This is called the cow stretch. Then exhale to the cat stretch. Inhale, cow. exhale. So just keep on going at your own pace with your breath. Slow breath, slow movement. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Okay, and coming back to tabletop position. We're now going to come and sit on our mats with our legs straight out in front of us. I'm just going to move my dog again. Okay, so with your legs straight out in front of you, sitting up as straight and tall as you can, we're going to practice a asana called half butterfly, which is going to help to stretch our hips, our knees and our ankles. So first of all, we're going to bend our right knee, and if you can, we're going to bring your right foot onto your left thigh with the sole of your foot, Gypsy, the sole of your foot facing up towards the ceiling. Gypsy. Okay, if you find that difficult, sorry guys, I'm finding it difficult. If you find that difficult, you can just bring the sole of your right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Either way, we're going to support our left foot with, our right foot with our left hand. With our right hand, we're going to take hold of our knee, and just gently, we're going to inhale, pull our knee up, exhale, push our knee down towards the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Just keep on going at your pace with your breath. Can you see all those green things on the side of the screen?
I'm watching.
Okay, good. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Move over, Gypsy. So now we're keeping our right leg straight. We're bending our left leg. Again, bringing your left foot onto the top of your right thigh if you can. If not, the sole of your left foot onto the inside of your right thigh. Left hand on your knee, right hand supporting your foot. Inhale up, exhale, push your knee down. Now with this exercise, it's likely it's going to highlight for you any imbalances that you have between your hips and your knees. You may notice quite a striking difference between each side. A lot of people are stiffer in one hip than they are in the other. The good news is that practicing exercises like this and yoga in general will help to address those imbalances and balance out the two sides of your body. Okay, and now straighten your leg again. Give your legs just a little bit of a shake out from side to side. Now we're going to practice the butterfly stretch. So if I just move my darling little doggy to the side, you can see that I am bringing the soles of my feet together. Okay, and now I'm trying to bring my knees down towards the floor. I'm going to try to interlock my fingers around my feet. If that's difficult, I can hold on around my ankles. So, holding on either around your feet or around your ankles, try to sit up as straight as you can. Try to bring your knees down as much as you can towards the floor. If you've got someone to help you, to help torture you, you can have someone just gently, very, very gently push just on your knees to help you move your knees further down to the mat. I shouldn't be laughing at my mother's pain, that's really bad. Okay. Right. Now we're going to come on to the main part of the practice. I'm just going to take a sip of water. So, coming up to a standing position. Remember, today's session is all about movement with breath. And as I said at the beginning of the session, to coordinate our breath with our movement helps to connect our mind and body, and this helps to ground us, and this is really important all the time, but particularly at the moment when we're all stuck at home. So what we're going to do is stand with our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to bring our hands into Namaste Mudra, which is the prayer position at the center of your chest. By the way, this is a really good replacement greeting, I think, for people if you are out in the shops on your necessary excursions and you see people, you can give them the Namaste. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, just try to push the heels of your hands down as low as you can. So you're bringing your forearms so that they are parallel with the floor. And now we're going to inhale and we're going to keep up the palms of our hands together and raise our arms above our head, trying to bring our arms straight so that they're either side of our ears, and reach your fingertips right up. Now we're going to exhale, keeping the palms together. Bring your hands back down again to your heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing your arms by your side. We're going to, if you keep on standing a little bit further forward, then we're staggered because we're going to inhale, bring our arms up to shoulder level with the palms facing down to the floor. We're going to exhale and turn our palms over so they're facing up to the ceiling. Inhale, we're going to bring our arms overhead, bringing our palms together. Exhale, lower your arms to shoulder level with your palms facing up to the ceiling. Inhale, turn your palms over. Exhale, lower. You notice we always, when we bring a body part away from the floor in yoga, we inhale. When we're lowering something, we always exhale. So let's try that again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to bring a bit of balancing into our movement with breath. We're going to stand with our feet about hip distance apart, parallel with each other, facing forwards. So when we're balancing, remember we want to establish a stable base before we come into the balance. So make sure that you're spreading the toes on your feet, gripping the floor, engage your leg muscles, draw yourself up tall and straight, engage all of your core muscles to hold you steady. So we're going to inhale, raise our right knee. Exhale, lower. We're going to do that 4 more times, so 5 times in total. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Try to bring that knee up as high as you can. Exhale. The same with the other side. So now we're balancing on our right foot and raising our left knee. Inhale. I saw that. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Give your legs a little bit of shake out. Right, the next one can be a little bit challenging. We're going to duct our leg out to the side as we inhale and then lower as we exhale. So standing again with your feet about hip distance apart, parallel with each other. We're going to inhale, bring our right leg out to the side. Exhale, lower. Again, we're going to do 5 times each side, so 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're trying to keep our body straight as well. We're trying not to do this. We're just trying to keep our upper body straight and bring our leg out to the side. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Same with the left leg, balancing on our right foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really engage that thigh muscle as you bring that leg out. Exhale to help to keep you steady. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Again, just give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Okay, now we're going to do a standing version of the cat-cow exercise that we practiced in tabletop position just now. So we're going to stand with our feet about hip distance apart again in Tadasana. And we're going to inhale and we're going to push our chest and our abdomen, our hips forward, our arms come back. We're going to look up towards the ceiling, so we're really completely opening out our body. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to curl in on ourselves, pushing our back out, rounding our shoulders forwards, wrapping our arms around ourselves, tucking our head down. Inhale. Exhale. Give yourself a nice hug. Inhale. exhale, inhale, exhale, last one, inhale, exhale. Good. Again, giving your shoulders just a little bit of a shake out. Arms a swing. How are we doing for time?
Tadasana, yeah.
Savasana, not Tadasana. Okay, next we're going to practice the goddess pose. Okay, so we're all going to be goddesses, and we're going to practice coming in and out of the goddess pose, moving with our breath. So if you've got a mat, you can come to face the side of your mat. I'm just going to face forward now so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to come and stand with my feet about 2-3 feet apart, depending on the flexibility of my hips. I'm going to turn my toes out as much as I can to the side. Bring my hands into prayer position at my heart center. And now I'm going to exhale, lower into a squat. Now with my knees, I want to try to keep them back as much as possible. Try not to do this with your knees forward. Try to maintain the arches of your feet and keep your knees out. And inhale up. My mum's just injured herself, I shouldn't be laughing. Okay, and exhale, inhale. Yeah, it's harder than it looks.
Well, it's because I stayed down too.
Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and last one, exhale, hold, see how long you can hold. And inhale. Good. Okay, bringing your legs back together. Give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Right, okay, how are we doing? 25 past, cool. Okay, so we're just going to practice coming in and out of Warrior Two pose with our breath. Okay, so when we are practicing asanas, we should be very conscious of our movement throughout the asana, and when we're coming into the asana, we normally always move with our breath. So Warrior Two pose, I'm just going to face to the front of the camera here so that you can see me. You can see that my mum has come to stand facing the side of her mat. Okay, and we're going to bring our feet about 3 to 4 feet apart. Okay, so you should feel a decent stretch here in your groin, in your adductor muscles here. We're going to now inhale, turn our right foot out to face the top of the mat, or so it's 90 degrees away from our left foot. Okay, so that's inhale. Then we're going to exhale, bend our right knee so that it comes in line with our ankle. We're now going to inhale and raise our arms up to shoulder level. And we're going to look towards our right fingertips. Now with your arms, try to feel as if someone's pulling you by your right fingertips, someone's pulling you by your left fingertips, and they're pulling your arms apart, so you're really opening up your shoulders and your chest. Now we're not actually going to hold the pose really today, it's more about the movement with breath. So now we're going to use our breath to come out of the asana. So we are going to exhale, lower our arms, inhale, straighten our leg, exhale, turn our foot back to face the side of the mat. We're going to do the same on the other side. Inhale, turn your foot. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, your arms up, looking towards your left fingertips. Your hips should still be facing to the side. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, straighten your knee. Exhale, turn your foot. We're going to do that again on each side. So, inhale, turn your foot. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, bring your arms up, look towards your fingertips. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, turn your foot. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, bring your arms up, look towards your fingertips. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, straighten your knee. Exhale, turn once more to each side. Inhale, turn your foot. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one to the left. Exhale, turn your left foot out. So inhale, turn your left foot out. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Okay, now we're going to come down to the mat. So I'm just going to move my dog, or get her to move. She's going to go right over there. So we're going to come down to the mat into tabletop position. So again, I'm just going to face to the side so that you can't see me. Okay, so tabletop position. So remember, hands directly underneath your shoulders, so about shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers on your hands so you've got a stable base. Knees about hip distance apart, so directly underneath your hips. If you have any problems with your wrists, have your hands slightly further forwards. Now we're going to inhale and raise our left arm straight out in front of us. Exhale, lower. We're going to do that 4 more times, so 5 times in total. Inhale. Exhale. As you raise your arm, reach your fingertips right forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do the same thing with our right arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay, so that was our arms. We're going to do the same thing with our legs now. Just come a little bit further forward. Starting with our left leg, we're going to inhale, bring our left leg out behind us at about hip level. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And now with the other leg, you're just about to see a dog come in behind me and, oh no, she's doing a down dog. There you go, it's a good example. Okay, now the same thing with your right leg. Inhale straight out behind you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're just about to see a hump my leg, Gypsy. No! She likes to try to control me. Sorry, guys. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now we're going to make it a little bit more difficult and we're going to raise our left arm and our right leg at the same time, moving with our breath. So that's opposite arm and leg. Don't try to do the same side and you're definitely going to fall over. Okay, so inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more on this side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, and now the same on the other side. So that's right arm and left leg. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Good. Very good. Okay, now we are going to come down onto our mat on our tummies. Let me just move my mat back a little bit. Let's come forward. And we're going to practice coming in and out of Sphinx pose with our breath. Sphinx pose is where we have our elbow directly underneath our shoulder and our arms facing forward. So if you have a mat, you can use the sides of your mat to see if your arms are facing straight forwards. They should be parallel with each other. Your legs should be together. And this provides a strengthening exercise for your lower back and a stretch across your chest. It's a very small movement, but you'll really feel your lower back muscles engaging. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale and we're going to look up and push our chest forwards. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Really push that chest forwards, really try to look up as much as you can towards the ceiling. Exhale, once more. Inhale. Exhale. Now a similar pose, we're going to do baby cobra. So we're going to bring our hands back so that they are directly underneath our shoulders, close into our body. Spread the fingers on your hands so you've got again a stable base, and we want to tuck our elbows really close into our body. We don't want to have our elbows out like this. We want to tuck our elbows close into our body, and we want to have our shoulders down away from the ears. So we don't want to have our shoulders up like this, down away from our ears. And we're going to inhale and lift our chest away from the floor, keeping our elbows touching close to our body, looking up towards the ceiling. Again, you'll really feel your lower back muscles engaging. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Now I'm using my core muscles to move. I'm not actually putting any weight on my hands. I could, in theory, just take my hands off of the floor. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. See if you can just hold. Exhale. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to come and lay on our backs. We're coming towards Savasana. Just a couple more things before we finish. We're going to do some single leg raises and some bridge lifts. So we're going to lay on our backs, on our mat or on the floor, with our arms by our side. We're going to inhale and raise our right leg up straight, as close to 90 degrees as we can. And then going to exhale, slowly lower it down to the floor. The slower you lower your leg, the more benefit it has. So 4 more times with this leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Dog in the way. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Now in your own time, do 5 with the other leg. Remember, inhale up, exhale down, nice and slowly. Okay, and last of all, before we come into relaxation in Savasana, we're going to do some bridge lifts. So I'm just going to face to the side so you can see what I'm doing. If I'm just going to move the dog out of the way. Come here, gorgeous. Gypsy, sorry, not the dog. Gypsy. She has a name. Okay, so we're going to come and lay on the floor with our knees bent. Our heels as close into our bottoms as we can. Bring your feet about the width of the mat, or if you don't have a mat, so they are about 2 feet apart. Arms down by your side with your palms facing into the floor. We're going to inhale, push our hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And final one. Inhale, hold for a minute. Well, maybe not a full minute, but for a moment. And exhale. Brilliant. Okay, now we're coming into everybody's favourite pose. So we're going to come into Savasana, which is called corpse pose in English. I prefer the Sanskrit word Savasana. So Savasana is when we come and lay on our mat and we relax, basically. We don't want to try not to fall asleep, but we want to achieve a very relaxed state that is like between sleeping and waking. So as you can see, my mum's getting herself all ready, all tucked up, ready for bed. Okay, so if you have a blanket that you want to put over you, or if you have a jumper that you want to put back on that you've taken off, or put socks back on. You can also see that my mum is putting a folded blanket underneath her head just to support her head.
Nice.
You only need to do that if when you lay down your chin is jutting up in the air. If you can lay with your head in a neutral position quite easily, you don't need to have something folded underneath your head. Okay, so let me just show you. So this is Gypsy's favourite part as well. Now she's going to get really comfy.
Come on, Gyps.
Okay, so we're going to have our feet a little bit apart so that our feet are coming towards the corners of the mat. Just let your feet hang out. We're going to have our arms out slightly away from our body with our palms facing up to the ceiling. I'm going to close our eyes. We're going to lay here for about 10 minutes and then we'll have about 5 minutes of meditation. So, first of all, just do a scan of your body. Make sure that you're relaxing all of your muscles. So starting at your feet, working your way up towards your head. Just pay attention, focus your attention on each part of your body and relax. Very importantly, make sure that you're relaxing your facial muscles. You're not holding tension in your jaw. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue. Be aware of every part of your body that's in contact with the floor. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. Feel as if you're sinking into the floor completely. Let yourself go. Breathe slowly and deeply to begin. attention back to the room, back to your body. Start to move your fingers and your toes and the top. Bring your legs together. You don't have a dog on them. Bring your arms up overhead, point your toes and stretch your whole body. And then relaxing your arms, bend your knees. And roll slowly to the side. Resting here a few moments. And then trying to keep your eyes closed, semi-closed. Push yourself up to a seated position. I'm just going to spend 5 minutes, slightly less than 5 minutes now in meditation. So sit in a comfortable position. See my mum here is bringing a cushion to sit on. You can sit cross-legged with your legs straight out in front of you, however you feel most comfortable. Just remember to try to sit with your back straight. Close your eyes or half close your eyes and cast your gaze down at the floor in front of you. And focus on your breath, your natural breath. When thoughts enter your mind, as they will, just notice them, let them go, and return your attention to your breath. close the session, join me in chanting Om 6 times, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you everybody for joining me. It's really helping to keep me sane as well, doing these sessions online. So thank you for being here. And I hope you have a lovely day. It's beautiful and sunny here in the Charente in France. I hope it is beautiful and sunny wherever you are too. I will be back on Monday morning with a Hatha yoga session for improvers, which will be a balance session. And then again on Monday evening, probably with my mum, for another yoga basics session, which will be based on joint mobility and stability. Okay, stay safe and sane, people. Oh, the other thing is, I was thinking about maybe doing a yoga nidra on Sunday evening, but I will put out a post about that. It will be towards bedtime so that people can get super relaxed and in that kind of sleep zone and hopefully get a really nice sleep after that. Okay.
Bye.
A bientôt.
Oh my goodness, Gypsy, that was